Guys, and welcome to another FIFA 22 video. Today's episode is going to be talking about club stocking. I've spoken about it a little bit in the comments when people ask me sort of what to do and how to sort of invest and stuff like that. Because of Black Friday and Cyber Monday, a lot of players range and change prices a lot of the time, and it's kind of dependent on when the SBCs are released by EA. So normally, from what I can gather, I'm recording this on on Thursday evening, just before midnight, and the last SBC released was at 10. They didn't release one after that, and I've since gone on Twitter and worked out from other content creators that they're actually not starting again until sort of 2 p.m. Tomorrow, and then they'll be going on basically every hour to 2 hours, depending on the SBC they release. So I just thought I'd let you know that. It might be some information that you don't know already. But I'm just going to show you what I'm doing in my account. So obviously you saw in previous episodes that I'm kind of working to get my coins up and to put players in the club. I've put another 50 in my club, and I'm starting to bid on players now and just trying to win them sort of at minimums. A bit of a mixture here, so you can see there's some silvers, like rares, some golds in here, some non-rare golds, some non-rare bronzes, and you probably noticed they're all centre backs. I'm just working through positions, so I'm going to start with centre backs, and I'll go to left backs, I'll go to right backs, and eventually, hopefully, I'll have a lot of players in my club. I'm planning to sort of reinvest a lot of this 249k I've got into players again, because I know that I'll be able to sell them on for a lot more during the coming days. And as well as that, obviously, if I want to use any of the players in the SBCs, I know I've sort of won them at a cheap price, and I get the packs again for Team of the Year, which is amazing. And also, if I win any that are kind of in in League SBCs, I've won them at minimum price, discard price, so I can then put them back into these and continue my pack grind should I want to, or I can decide to sell them on and make profit on the players, and try and make profit on other SBCs as we go. But yeah, it's going really well. The grind is really on at the moment, and it's really exciting. So I just thought I'd let you know I've kind of bidded on 47 players here. I'm just going to wait until they've kind of ended, and we can work out how many we won. If I bid on 50 players and for discard ish price, then I'm kind of winning, and I'm kind of selling a few players on at the same time as well, just to bring some more coins in so I can invest more, and just kind of mix it up a little bit, just to make sure that we're constantly making coins while also putting players in our club, and overall the profits that we're going to make is going to be fantastic. I'm just going to try and keep an eye out on the SBCs, but I feel like me showing you what I'm doing kind of gives you a big insight into what you can do. So Hannah, we won there. We won 21 out of 50, which they're basically half what we bidded on. We're winning a lot of these. High rated centre back in the Bundesliga there at 81 rated at 650 coins. Got a couple of Belgian Bundesliga centre backs, 650 coins. Superliga, a couple of Portuguese commons at 350. A couple of rare bronzes, rare silvers, and then you've got a couple of 150 sort of bronze centre backs here. We saw earlier in the day today when during the pre-Black Friday promo that you can sell these for buy nows of 500, 600. So we're basically tripling our coins on every sale that we make of these bronze cards. So it's so worth when you can pick them up at 150 when a different SBC's out, where perhaps they aren't needed, or perhaps when EA actually stop releasing the SBCs, you'll get a bit of a time frame. To start club stocking again, to bring players into your club so that you can send them on. So we'll send all these to the club. I'm going to get some duplicates. It's not a problem. I can just put my transfer list, and I can reset them on if I want to, or I can just keep them there and then relist them. Pardon me. During an SBC. So I'll just run you through a little bit. So we've done some centre backs. We'll go back to it, and I'll kind of do a bit of a grind. So I'll do 50 bids across gold, silvers, and bronzes. and a left back, for example. So let's just try that now. I don't know how easy this is going to be to win players, but we'll bid on a fair few. Obviously, a lot of these are 75 rated, but it actually doesn't really matter that the SBCs that EA are releasing actually aren't too high rated at the moment. Obviously, there might be a time where there is, so it's still worth picking up some of the high rated gold rares when you can get them. But yeah, we just bid on a few there and move on to silvers. We know that we can win some around 300. I'm going to put there, but any that I see, sometimes it's probably worth actually going to common and then going to like 150 and then just bidding on a lot of the fairly decent nations there. So you got a Mexican League player there for the SBC. Japanese players normally do all right. Got some French guys there, Spanish guys there. So there's plenty of players filtering through because so many packs are being opened and people are just sort of basically falling for the trap and just listing at minimums. They're being absolutely stupid. But that's great for us because we can make a lot of profit. So it actually looks like these silvers are actually quite a nice one to go on. And then should we want to go a little bit higher in terms of getting some of the rares, because obviously then they'll be needed at some point as well. We can start putting on 300 bids on there, 250 coin bids. And before we know it, we'll max out our watch list without even really trying, which is obviously what you want. So then obviously now go over to the golds. Put that at 650. Some nice Bundesliga ones here, which looks nice. 650 is a lot on a lot of these German ones. I think a French centre back at 700 coins isn't bad. I think Marcelo's worth a pick up at 700 coins. Same with this Spanish guy. Regulon there. So you see we're getting outbidded on a few of them, but you spread yourself across a lot of the different countries. You're kind of covered in every area. Depending if EA need that requirement for a certain league. And then just finally I'd go to bronze rares. I wouldn't do the bronze commons. I just find that they don't work as well. There might be a time where they do. But yeah, just jump back onto here and you can go right. Who can we look at? Austrian wouldn't be bad. Obviously the English ones do really well normally. Germans are normally pretty good. I think Swiss is worth a bid on. Germans, English was always. Saudis would be alright because there's a League SBC. Pro League Belgium. Like there's so many you can just go for and place bids, and it doesn't matter that they've got 7 minutes left. If you're doing this during times where it's just throughout the day where maybe not people are on during 6 p.m. content, or even if doing it late at night, it's definitely worth just sort of refreshing and using the profits that you made throughout the day, listing these players back into these. So yeah, we've got about 3 more bids. So let's finish with some more common golds at around sort of 350, 400. So Danny Rose is definitely worth a bid. Even at 400, he's worth a bid, I reckon. I'd say the French guy there. I know I'm bidding 450 on some of these, but some of them we had to bid at 350. And yeah, at the moment we're winning 44 out of the 50 bids. Now, obviously, this video will end before these bids run out, but we are getting outbidded on a few, and that will happen. But you will also win a fair few too. So you see some bids coming through that we haven't been outbidded on. And a lot of the silver commons there we did quite well on. It may be harder to get some of the rarer cards. Obviously, you've got a couple there in terms of the golds, one there in terms of the silver, but it all kind of works out in the end. And the more bids you obviously place, the better chance you have to get players in your club. You don't have to go crazy. Just remember that these league SBCs these SBC packs are out for an hour or 2 hours at a time. So you're going to be spending that time kind of listing these players. So you don't want to sort of overdo yourself in terms of. But I mean, It's not an issue if you do, because there's going to be other SBCs that are coming out throughout the day. So if you don't get to sell them all during a certain period, then it's not too much of an issue. But we're doing quite well in here in terms of some bids. And even now, like some of these, you'd probably be able to sell them for some profit should you want to, but I wouldn't recommend it, because obviously you want to make as much profit as you can. But it's a really, really sort of important factor, because what you'll find today, if you did the Black Friday SBC, obviously you probably saw a lot of prices go up, and that's great. You made your initial profit, but then you're probably thinking, well, I've sold all my players off now, but loads of players are going for more, and I want to do the SBC as well. This is where you do it. You be clever. You invest when the prices are low, and you resell when they're higher, when demand is required, which is when the SBC packs are out from EA. So just keep an eye on them. I think if you put EA on Twitter notifications, you'll be able to see when these flash SBCs kind of get released. They won't be there for all day. They're only there for a few hours. So I think also if you have the companion app on your mobile phone, I got a notification earlier as well. So you're always kind of notified, and you can check in the requirements, obviously in the live section, find the SBC, see what you need, and then instantly right, okay, there's some rares needed here. Let's go into my rares, see what I've got there, see what's selling, move them on, and whatever it is that the requirements are. But yeah, guys, hopefully this makes you a lot of profit, and you can now sort of understand how I'm adding players to my club and how I'm shifting them on and making my profit working really, really well across this. We've made about 150k, 200k, and we've barely been online today. I've had a busy day at work, so it's nice. You don't have to spend loads of time on a game. You can still make decent profits if you sort of think about things this sort of way. Anyway, guys, I hope this video is helpful. Please do drop a like. Please do drop a comment. If you've got any questions, and obviously do subscribe if this has helped you. Have a good weekend, as it's coming up to that very soon. If not, when this video is released, it might be the weekend then. Not too sure when. I've got a lot of videos planned. You may be getting double uploads, triple uploads, depending on what is released. Really going to try and smash it over this weekend to help you all. Thanks again. Take care. Peace.